Hi there, welcome back. I'm just going to do a quick video here to show you some photo editing tools that you'll need for blogging. Specifically, we'll focus on Google Picasa, and we'll walk through how to edit photos in Picasa as well as upload them to a Picasa web album that you can then embed in your blog as a slideshow. And so that's what you'll need to do to get set up for your photo gallery post that's due on Thursday. So that's what we'll focus on, but we'll also look at a couple others. We'll look at GIMP, which is, let's go ahead and take a look at that. That is similar to Photoshop, but it's free, it's open source. The only drawback is that there's a steep learning curve for GIMP. It's pretty intensive. You can look at some screenshots here, and you can see that it's got a large array of tools that you can use to manipulate the image with multiple layers and various other tools that you can use, but it does take some learning which is beyond the scope of this class. I just wanted to make you aware that it is out there and it's free of charge. It doesn't have the integration features or some of the features that Adobe's been rolling out, quite a few lately, so you're not going to get any of that, but it does give you quite a bit more power than any other photo editor anywhere, and the price you certainly can't beat. So I just wanted to make sure you knew about that. And let's go ahead and switch over to Picasa. You'll need to just type in picasa.google.com and then click on the big blue download Picasa button, and you can download to wherever, run that, set it up. When you open it the first time, it's going to prompt you to run a scan of your computer for photos. What it's trying to do is organize all the photos on your computer that it can find in every nook and cranny anywhere that you did, even though you had saved on your computer somewhere, and it'll organize them into automatically created photos. So it's pulled together some photos from a conference that I took. I took some snapshots of PowerPoint presentation and embedded them in a movie of one of my conference sessions, and these are from my desktop. So as you can see, there's not a lot in my computer, but you'll be surprised what it finds on yours. So here's an image that I saw on Google Plus this morning, and I thought I'd download it and use it as an example here. Now, this is actually a shellfish. I think it's actually a scallop, and the little blue dots around the edge are its eyes. And according to this post I saw on Google Plus, scallops have hundreds of eyes. So now you're freaked out looking at this image, but we can use it as an example. Picasa has a lot of editing tools. These are just your standard retouching, tweaking, contrast, lighting, cropping, straightening, that kind of thing. Here's some more lighting features. You can edit the color temperature, make it bluer or warmer or colder, I think is the terminology for that. And then you can get into some other more thematic kinds of filters for your photos. Sharpening, warming, film grain. You can get really fun and try the heat map or some of these other pencil sketches, things like that. There's lots of pretty decent filters on there, so you can feel free to use those depending on the situation. There are some other tools as well where you can highlight specific colors. Won't really get into that, but I'll let you play around with Picasa and those editing tools. What we're going to focus on in the short time we have here is how to get these photos from Picasa into an album for a photo gallery. So what you'll do is you can hold down Control. I'm just going to create a little album of these various pictures of Old Main, and you can hold down Control and click on all the pictures that you want. Then when you're ready to do that, what you'll want to do is you can actually click on this little button right here, and it says Add to an Album. They're trying to get you to share on Google Plus, so they're integrating everything with Google Plus these days. So the easy thing to do. They make it very easy for you to share these on Google Plus, as they're really trying to promote that as the backbone of Google services coming up. Whether or not that succeeds, we'll see. But you can avoid the whole Google Plus. There are ways you can share things that are on Google Plus on your blog, but it's not nearly as nice of a presentation as it is through Picasa Webs. So we're going to go that direction. So click on New Album. We'll call it Old Main Seasons. And you can choose music to add and make a slideshow out of it and have all kinds of things. So we'll say this is taken at Maranatha Baptist University. And the description is a good place to add your photo attribution. So if you're bringing in pictures that you downloaded from a free source with Google Creative Commons or something like that, you can do so here. I'm just going to say photo by Maranatha Communications Office, used with permission. I didn't really get permission, but they'll understand. Okay, so we have created an album, and that now shows up here. Now we've got to figure out what to do with that album to get it onto the web. So we can click on Share, and it's going to say, okay, do you want to add this to Google Plus? Please, please, please. We can do that. Here's where you can actually edit the size. Best for sharing is what you'll want to leave it set on. And just click Upload. It's going to create a Google Plus album, but remember, all of Google's pictures are stored in one place. Whether it's your Google Plus album, which is not, unless you add people here, nobody's ever going to see it. It's also going to show up on Picasa Web, as we'll see in a minute. Alright, so you click Upload, and it's uploading. While we're letting that upload, I'm going to show you Microsoft Office Picture Manager, which fills in a couple of the gaps with Picasa Web in picture resizing. As I mentioned in the video last week, it's really important that you get your pictures optimized for your website. So you can use Microsoft Office Picture Manager to do that. Again, Microsoft Office Picture Manager doesn't actually store any pictures in it. It links to them, so you have to add a picture shortcut to find them. And so we're going to add my desktop as a picture shortcut, and it finds all the pictures on my desktop and brings them in. Okay, so now I can work with those pictures. I can click on Edit. It's just got some very simple editing tools, but one of those is resize, and this is the one that's really important to be familiar with. So you can just give it a custom width and height. We want this to be 500 pixels wide. Okay, so it is now 500 by 332 pixels. Alright, now again, we've just resized it in Office Picture Manager, but we've not actually saved that. So we can click Save, or we can say Save As, and we can save it as a copy. That's a smaller version of the original picture. So that's helpful to know. So you can see now, when I close, I'm not going to save because I've already saved that, and now that picture is resized on my desktop. Okay, so looks like my pictures have uploaded, and I can just click on the View Online button, and apparently it's not going to work. That's because I've got too many Google accounts open right now. Let's try this. We'll go to picasaweb.google.com. It's going to automatically try to go to Google+. I don't actually want to do that. I want to go to Picasa Web. Alright, so just type in picasaweb.google.com. Even though it uploaded the photos to Google+, they're showing up in Picasa Web as well. So here is that album. And now I want to figure out how to put this on my blog. Well, they give you lots of options again to share on Google Plus. Or if I click share, it's saying, oh, share on Google Plus. Yeah, that's what you want to do, right? Please, please, please. Well, in this case, I just want to put it on my blog, but they don't make it easy. All you have to do, though, is click edit. Because they've got it locked down so only I can see it. But when I click edit, I can go down to visibility and say, anyone with the link can see this. Now I could do either public on the web, which is going to be public on your blog, or I could do limited, anyone with a link. You don't necessarily want to do public on the web because then it publishes it to the Picasa Web Explore tab that you can see in the background here. And lots of people kind of just look through that. You may or may not want your pictures listed on the Picasa website. If you do public on the web, they will be. If you say limited, then you can publish them on your own blog just fine. So we're going to say limited, anyone with a link, and save changes, and aha, now we've got some more options opened up to us. We have link to this album, and when you click on that, you say, okay, we can paste this link, or we can paste this HTML to embed in a website, or we can embed a slideshow. Ah, that's what we want to do. So now we can actually tweak exactly what we want this slideshow to look like. Alright, so we're going to say we want this to be 600 pixels wide, extra large, and show captions. Old main seasons. Alright. Anything else we need here? I don't believe so. So we're going to just copy the code, Control C, and then we're going to go to Blogger and paste it in our page. Alright, edit this, and we're going to make a post here, Old Main Seasons. So we've pasted in our HTML. Go back to compose. You don't see anything, don't worry about it. Just click save, publish, and view, and there you have it. Pretty nice. Yeah, Picasa is one of the best slideshow widgets, and it's hard to use now because they're trying to direct so much traffic to Google Plus, but it really is a nice feature to use on a blog. So once you figure out the backdoor approach to publishing photos through Picasa, then it works pretty well for you. Alright, so that should get you started in your photo editing and sharing your photo gallery post. Looking forward to seeing some great posts, either your own photos that you've taken, hopefully you've had a chance to do some of that, or some good free ones around a theme, preferably. Just try to make your post nice, and again, you're not just doing this for the class. More than just your classmates will be looking at these posts, hopefully, and hopefully your analytics will be tracking that as well. So look forward to seeing the results on your sites, and we'll catch you next time.